What's up, people? It's Super Meowgician, and I am recording this video mostly for myself. I need to remember how I did this, and if I ever forget again, I will have this video. So we are creating a Minecraft butt world, and I was just doing it, and I realized I've done this so many times with like Minecraft, but the floor is lava, and Minecraft, but whatever else I did. And I've never recorded how to do it. So let's do that from scratch, because I'm probably not the only funk soul brother that likes to do this, and you might want to do it too. So let me get in here, and I actually need my fancy coding outfit for this. There we go. Okay, now we are going to code. So create a new file, create a new world. And you want to kind of go to chunkbase.com and pick your world first. I am going to create a Minecraft butt world. And in this world, it's the one I'm going to create. I mean, you can create a different one and the template's still going to matter for you. But in this world, I'm going to create a world called Minecraft, but cherry wood is life or something, and you won't be able to live if cherry wood trees aren't nearby. And I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but that's what I'm going to do. And so I found a world where you start in a cherry biome, and the seed is cherry, so that's what I'm going to use. I don't want people to have a starting map or a bonus chest. That's just kind of too powerful for noobs to have. They can find you and stuff. I want coordinates, though. That's like basically necessary in Bedrock still. A recipe unlocking, yeah, fire, TNT. All this stuff is good. And I want people to spawn somewhere like all the time, the same spot. And that way we can put some sort of thing there. But you know, that's dangerous because you can end up with people spawn camping. So instead, let's do the max. Let's do 128 and have like a really wide spawn radius. Now simulation will be 4 chunks, and multiplayer, I kind of don't want people playing while I'm coding this. I usually like letting people play, even like friends of friends, but not right now. Cheats are going to have to be on. And let's see here. None of this stuff does. All of this changes the rules of Minecraft too much. I mean, I love Education Edition. That adds all that weird chemical stuff. Oh yeah, that's fun. But actually, let's leave it off for now. And command blocks are good. I need those. Alright. And now what about resource packs? I wonder if I've got any that actually make the cherry tree blossoms look good. We'll add that later. Experiments are awesome, but yeah, whatever. I'm not going to add them right now. And the world, everyone's going to be in survival. It's going to be hard, and the world's going to be called Cheery, and it's going to be the let's see. This is going to be the template, so I'll probably name it template, because I want to keep a copy that doesn't get destroyed by players. And now create. And once I get into the level, I'm going to run a set of commands that are pretty easy, and it gives you a secret base that you can put all the command blocks in, and pretty much no one will be able to get into it. And also, I remember I made the base too small before, so I'm gonna make it kind of big this time. Okay, and as you can see, we start in a cherry blossom biome. Game mode, creative. All right, now I can fly, and we are. Oh, this is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm glad I picked this seed. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So in the beginning of this level, what I want is to be, you'll be okay if you are near these kinds of blocks. But I need to find a way to detect when people are too far away from any of these blocks. And then I will, they'll start taking damage. So if you try to escape this cherrywood biome, and like just start wandering out here into the snow, you will not be able to. The cherry effect will happen and you'll die. And that's what I really want. That's what I was trying to do in the last Let's Play I was doing, and it didn't seem to work because I could wow. Okay, cool. This is actually really cool. In the last episode where I couldn't actually, I wasn't stuck near the cherry blossoms. I could just leave them. It didn't matter. But I want to make this world where you literally have to, and not just me, but everybody. So they'll have to spread the cherry biome. Oh man, it's cold. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, freezing. And so yeah, if you tried to like jump way down here, you're just like, you're doomed. So you're gonna have to get some bone meal and cherry blossom stuff and grow cherrywood trees. I think I'm gonna have it like they have to be at your feet or something. That'll make it so people will have to like stand on cherrywood. That's good, yeah. Or have it above them. I like that too. And we're gonna code all that now. So the first thing you need to do is have a super secret base, and I suggest doing /teleport 0 -63 there. Now you are stuck in a block. That's okay. The next code I want you to enter is /fill -. Now if I want the room to be 3 by 3, I would do (-1), and I definitely don't want it to be that small. Last time I did a, like, what was it? Like a 15 by 15 room, and that was too small. So I think I want to do a 21 by 21 wide room. So I'm going to do (-10). You'll see why in a minute. Then tilde, just regular, and then tilde -10 again. All right, that's your first location. And now let's do (-10), and then tilde, and this is going to be the height. So I'm going to do I'm going to do 17 for now. That's fine. And then (-10). Okay. So once you type in all of that, type in Bedrock and hit enter. There. Now you've got your wall. Now inside of this wall, we want to make a nice place to actually live. So I'm of course going to use cherrywood because it's kind of going to be necessary. So cherry planks. And now change all the 10s to 9s and change the 17 to 15. And then change the blank one in between the 9s here to 1. All right. And now one more thing, we need to make a place to actually hang out. the inside, so change that to air. And now shrink all the 9s to 8s. Turn the 15 to a 13. And turn the 1 into a 2. Like that. There. Now you have your secret base. And it is totally dark in here. Even though it doesn't look like it. That's really strange. Something about the way I just did that. But what I like to do is put the bedrock right there so I know where 0, 0 is. And now we need to actually add some kind of decency to this place. Let's get some leaves. All right. Now, this is going to be your secret base, and it's going to contain all of the code that you make. So make it look however you want, but you'll probably be spending a lot of time here, so don't make it ugly. I've done that before, and I always made it compact, and then I end up adding tons of code. So just skip all that hassle and make it nice and make it large. All right, then we're gonna need lighting, like good lighting. So let's use this stuff. Okay, and now, oh, there. Now we've got some lighting and we've got a room with these cherry blossoms falling. The floor is still dark, so let me... You don't want to use light blocks, trust me. Just don't use light blocks inside of your code room. You'll forget they're there, and then they'll want to place on them and they'll get in the way. And so just don't do it. Shroom light, no. Oh, pearl light. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm just gonna add a bit more lighting. There. This is wonderful. Okay, and now I need to find north. So this is east. This is north. Okay, there. We've got a compass. This is north. And we are going to start making our code. So hit slash give at s rep and then tab tab enter repeating underscore command underscore block. This is probably my most used block. All right, now the first thing we need to do is make this a ticking area because you won't always be here. What if you're in the end, or what if you're in the nether and then these effects don't work? And then you're just like, woohoo, I've got pointless effects. So put a block right here. Now, sometimes I actually put it in there just because it makes it easier, but that's fine. So get it. Repeat unconditional, leave it need redstone for now, and type ticking area, one word, add, one word, and now put tilde. And you want your X chord, so it's 1, 2, and then don't forget the bedrock out there. I even include the bedrock in my ticking area I don't know. If someone's like trying to cheat by like mining down here and then flying at it 100 miles an hour before it loads in, I don't want that happening. So even the bedrock's ticking area. So my first x is negative 1, 2, 3. Minus 1. Or 3. Now I do tilde again. And this just leave blank. It doesn't matter. Ticking areas go up vertically all the way. And now tilde. And this is going to be negative 2 because I don't have it against this wall. And you'll see why I have that wall there in a minute. So the z is just negative 2. Now that sets one portion of the ticking area. So now to find the next one, we need to go over there. Now this one is going to be one less than this one. So I have to just go 1, 2, 3, whoops. It is going to be tilde 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, I lost count again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to get to the bedrock. So my second x is, my second x is tilde 17, I think I said, and then tilde again, and then tilde 18, because I know the room is square and this is offset 1. So now I've got the ticking area all set up, and now I'll name it. I'm going to name it code room. And now it's perfect, and all I have to do is turn it on. There we go. Now, this thing's done, so you could just shut it off, but what I do is I delay it to like 1,000. Actually, you know what? No, let's just, once it's done its work, just put as needs redstone. You don't really need it again. Now, the second thing I need is the command feedback and all that to not be bothering me. And you will totally see what I mean if I do this next code. So let's do the next code. In fact, let's make it like the main code and just put it on this. So this one will be chilling, and this one's going to be on top of it. It's not going to be chained to it. It's just on top of it for the sake of convenience. I might fill this whole room with code, you know? So this one is going to be our title. It's going to tell us what's happening. And so this is going to be title at all action bar. And now I want to use that little section sign. And I always forget how that works. I think it's what is it? I'll just copy one. I got one in here on my other piece of code. There we go. So section sign L to make it large, and then section sign 6 to make it gold. Now I'm gonna say Minecraft but and then section sign A to make it green. Minecraft but cherry cherry wood is life. That's a good title for now. Always active. Yeah, done. And there, now we've got a title that displays so people know what mod pack this is going to be, so they are not confused ever. But now you've got this title command successfully executed running forever there. And we need to fix that. So I'm going to put these codes right here too. This first one is going to be game rule send command feedback, all one word, and then false. And make this always active and delay it by like 100 ticks. Now, the next one is game rule command block output, and then set it to false and make it always active and delay it by like 100 ticks. There. Now every 5 seconds it's gonna shut off the rule that makes those things show up. So sometimes I've noticed Bedrock will reset that, like you'll show up and those things will be on again. So this fixes that. It may show up for 5 seconds when you start your world sometimes, which I've noticed. But with this running, after 5 seconds, it'll shut off again. And if you want it to just never come on, even for a second, just set these to 0. But that's gonna make your repeating command block lag more, which after a point, it'll be a problem. Okay, so now we have the basic structure of these commands. Now what I need to do is actually make cherrywood necessary for life. So we need a system for that. So I think I'm going to probably have to use the execute command and the detect command. So execute as at all at s if if blocks it's gonna be trippy, I know. Okay, so now we're getting into the hard part of this. I've set up the basis for you to start creating your own, but if you want to keep going with me, now I've got to figure out how to make this work. And what I want is for the person to need to be near cherrywood or something like that. So if block tilde -1 tilde, so that's the block underneath me. If execute at as at all at self, if block -1 so we'll start with cherry planks. If cherry planks are underneath the person, run scoreboard players add at s Sakura 1. There. Now I'm going to hit Control AC, and that should be right there. Yeah, boom. Execute as at everyone, at themselves. If they're standing on cherry planks, I will give them 1 Sakura point. And this needs to happen every second. Yeah, this needs to happen every second. And now this is always active. So I should be getting Sakura points right now. That's really funny. But I can't because I haven't actually done the scoreboard. So it's time to do a scoreboard. Ugh, okay. We're going to start that over here because I think scoreboards are kind of crucial. So it'll be on this wall. All right, this is going to be the one that creates it. So scoreboard, objectives, add, scoreboard objectives, add Sakura, dummy, and now I'll make the dummy. Whoops, I had all that copied, didn't I? And I'm gonna name it Cherry Power. That makes sense. Now what's the pink code again? D, there we are. Scoreboard objectives, add Cherry Power. So Control AC, and I should have all that for this. I paste it in. And now this just needs to be an impulse, unconditional, needs redstone. And you need to just put a button on it. And of course it should be a cherry button. And boom, now we've got that objective. Now the thing I need is to display it. And that's the next part. So we're gonna stack that on here. And this, I'm gonna type scoreboard. No, actually, I need how did I do this? I think it's scoreboard. I can't remember right now how I did this. So you're going to get to see some of my other worlds. We're going to have to go get the code. So we've got Minecraft, but America. That was back when... well, you can watch those videos if you want. They'll probably get taken down eventually. But, alright, see, this is what a code room ends up looking like after a while. And that's why I made the next one bigger. Because I ended up with this, like, chunk in the middle I don't want. But this is the scoreboard. And that's why I had to come here. So the first thing we're going to need to do is copy down all of these. So you need test for at all. Well, I'm not going to make you listen to me do this because we're just going to do it again in a second. This system is important. You can't just display scoreboards easy, or else when people leave it says they're offline and you get left with a bunch of weird messages and stuff. It requires this whole system, and then you end up with something like I've got right there. It's showing my player level and then my days playing. And that's because of this machine. Is this my cycler? Yeah. This is my cycler, and this is my objective displayer. So we're going to need one of these. And we may make a cycler. Now, let me see. I've got Lag Slayer. I don't care about that right now. Spawn Protection, I don't care. Mob Griefing, that's okay. Hack Guard. Yeah, I'm going to add Hack Guard. That's important. But now I've got self-ticking, title, mode forcer. Oh, a mode forcer. That's important. Yeah, I'm gonna want one of those. And this is my candle magic thing. I'm not going to need that. This is my clock. I'll probably bring that. Power via XP. Oh, this is my level up system. You know, I really want to add that to everything I ever do, but maybe we'll try just not adding that this time because it makes it kind of easy. Okay, wait. Now let me get one more look at this. So it's a comparator going into an observer. Okay, so I need all those blocks. Observer, redstone, comparator. Okay, so I can put it right here, and it will look like this. Yeah. No. There we go. Now this machine will give me a sustainable, what do you call it? Well, I don't need that anymore. This will give me a sustainable cherry power, and it does that by creating a duplicate. So what you need is this first set of blocks. The first one is test for at all. Repeat unconditional, always active. Chain it to an unconditional, always active, and then execute as at all, add at s, run scoreboard players operation at self, and then use your regular scoreboard name, but put a D in front of it to represent the dummy. And then an equals at s, and then the regular title. So Sakura. And so I've got two objectives. Well, I will once this fires. It creates the objective. And but we'll get to that. So then you want a comparator going out into one redstone, going to an observer looking at that redstone. Have this going into a repeating unconditional always active command block. Wait, always active? That doesn't seem right. I think that one might need to not be always active. Better to double check. Yeah, this one's left on needs redstone actually. I thought so. Otherwise the observer wouldn't need to be there. So this one's left as needs redstone. And what it is scoreboard objectives remove D Sakura. So it's going to remove the objective every time it's hit. And this is going to add the objective every time it's removed. Oh, but I never finished this. There. And then this one, scoreboard players, add at all, Sakura 0. And that's going to create the final effect that you want. Now these two chains are unconditional, always active. This one creates the objective for the dummy. So have it add D Sakura or D whatever your thing is. Make sure capitalization matters. Now if it's not loading once you finished, just break the redstone. Oh, that didn't work still. Maybe I never pushed this. Alright, we've got something to fix. That equals Sakura, then it runs this. Oh, right. I don't have the set display yet. It's working, but I haven't actually put the display module. So that is going to go up here because it's definitely going to make things more complicated once I've got a cycler. So for now, let's just do this display module later.
Hey, Sushi. Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good kitty.
Often my cats need my attention, and so I have to pause the video or stop the video. I have lots and lots of cats. Not really, I don't have that many cats, but my Cats are very full of needs, and they're very active. Yeah, it's a good boy. Okay, now let me finish what I'm doing. Alright, so we need the display, and for now I'm just going to throw that right here. And it's going to be repeating unconditional, always active. Scoreboard objective, set display sidebar D Sakura. So we're using the dummy as the display. There, boom. Now we've got an actual monitor. And my cherry power should increase if I change this to capital, because that's what I did wrong. Yep. Now I gain cherry power because I'm on this block. So the cherry power system has started to work, but there's a bunch of things that it's going to be wrong with it already. So the first thing I need is a minimum. So first thing is execute as at all at s. Now this at s is going to be scores equal brackets, the squiggly brackets, Sakura, execute as all, Sakura equals zero, less than 0, so .0. Run scoreboard players set at s Sakura 0. That's gonna make it, well, if I set it to always active, now there's a minimum, and I really want that to be the case. So if I start losing Sakura points or cherry points, I will it'll just go down to 0. There won't be like a negative unless I want there to be later. But this is, and yeah, I'm gonna put this right here. This is the cherry min. That's the minimum. Now hold control and copy it and make another one on top of it. Now this one, switch to a chain and name it cherry max. This one, I want the maximum cherry power to be 100. No, that's too much. 30. That means you could probably go 30 seconds without being near cherry blossoms. All right. So now the other thing I need to change is this. So if it's 30 or greater, it's just going to set it back to 30. There. Now I'm already at the maximum cherry power. And if I were to stand here, I wouldn't gain any. So I've got my cherry max, cherry min, and I've got the things that add it. But now, well, I've got one thing that adds it, standing on cherry planks. And so this stack's going to increase in a minute. But the next thing we need is a reducer. And I don't need it to run every millisecond. That'd be crazy. Instead, I need it to run like these. So hold Control Select, get one of those. And let's put it on top there. But keep it a repeater. Now this one, I want it to run every second. Yeah. And it will literally just be a scoreboard reducer. That's all it has to be. Scoreboard players, remove at self Sakura 1. and that would mean you lose 1 Sakura point every second. Oh wait, that's an S. That needs to be A. Remove at all Sakura 1. But the problem with that is now I lose Sakura points at the same speed that I could gain them. So once you lose Sakura points, you could never regain them. See that? So I'm going to need to increase this to 2. It's going to have to reward 2 Sakura points to keep up. That's kind of horrible, looking at that number like that. I don't like that at all. Instead, we're going to have... how can I do it? We're going to have to base it on 5 seconds. So, remove 5 Sakura points every 5 seconds. That makes sense. So now if I'm sitting here, I'll slowly run out of cherry power. And if I get back on this, I should start gaining it faster than I would lose it. Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So, this is all wrong. I need a tag system to contain cherry power. So this all needs to change. Instead of running a scoreboard, I need to do cherry planks run tag at oh man, this is gonna get really complicated really quick. Alright, so tag at self in tag at self in cherry. There we go, that's a good tag name. So if you are on a plank, it's gonna tag you with in cherry, and just get rid of this, the reducer. Tag at S inside cherry. So this is letting me know I am in cherry. Now I'm going to need to make the other ones. So jump on top of this and create one more of it and make it a chain. And get rid of the delay. So now this needs to be if I'm on other stuff that counts. So what else counts? Cherry planks, cherry slab is going to count. Cherry pressure plate is not going to count. Cherry strip, cherry log, all these gotta count. Strip cherry wood. Kind of want all of these to have a positive effect, so I'm gonna have to include all of them. So let's start from the beginning. I think stairs is gonna have to be allowed. So Man, I'm glad I made this thing tall. But you know what? It's not gonna be tall enough. I'm so glad I made this thing huge. Okay, so here is going to be my first really long code, and it's going to be this. So I'll take that. Let's just destroy both of these. And up here in this one, it's going to repeat unconditional. Oh, there it is, yeah. Just like that. And then add another one. This one, no delay, make it a chain. So stairs will also add the in cherry tag now. And I can just go ahead and add like tons of these to this chain. Ugh, which is gonna be kind of hard. There, okay. So, cherry slab. And then cherry wood. Cherry log. And then we need stripped cherry log. And then stripped cherry wood. I think that counts as a different one. Okay. Slabs, log, wood, leaves, cherry leaves. There we go. So that's going to check if the thing you are standing on is cherry based. Now, if it is not, here's where we get this. So it needs to run. Oh man. All right, it needs to run every second. Now, if you do not have the in cherry tag, it's going to have to reduce your cherry power. So scoreboard players remove at all, tag equals not in cherry. Sakura 1. There. So I need a copy of that one, and so duplicate it, and in the next one we want to add if the tag is in cherry. So get rid of the exclamation mark and change remove to add in the second one. There. Now I should gain cherry power while I'm on it, but I'm not. Wait, because everything's broken still. Hold on. Okay, scoreboard players remove at all with the tag not in cherry. Sakura 1. Scoreboard players add it all. none of these tag blocks work because I didn't put the word add. It has to be tag add s add. So now to do that, double check. I didn't really have a way to double check yet, so this is okay. And honestly, this is nothing compared to some of the bigger things I've made. I made a flag system once that had so many blocks, and I had to go in and change all the numbers once. It took forever. Okay, there. So now it should work. I should gain while I have this tag, but I'll permanently gain because there's no way to end it. So at the end of this whole chain, add one more chain command, and it's going to be tag at all, remove in cherry. There. So now I think it's working. Yeah, I will constantly lose cherry power if I am not standing on cherry objects, but it should be any cherry object now. So I can stand on this and get some back. Yeah, it's already working. I could stand on this. Now, the next thing is I want to be able to detect if I have something above me, but I don't know how far above me I want. I don't want it to be like touching my head. I want it to be like above me, particularly cherry leaves. So I think this next one is going to judge if there are cherry leaves above your head or not. And if there are, it will give you cherry power. So it's going to be basically a clone of this one. So let's start by, well, doing clear. That helps. Now I'm going to clone this block here. And now, instead of checking at my feet, I'm going to check above my head. I'll start with it being like right over my head. So 0, 1, and 2. It'll be 2. And instead of cherry planks, I want cherry leaves. And I think this is going to be the only one I actually need to do this with. But if this is going to be add in cherry 2. And so if there's leaves right above your head, you're going to have this tag. Now clone that and chain it and get rid of the delay. Now this one, I'm going to raise the number to 3. So this will obviously give you cherry power. This is going to give you cherry power. This will give you cherry power. And so will this. But when does it get ridiculous? I would think at 6. So I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But I won't do 7. Alright, so clone this guy and add 3 more. Change the numbers. Now I need to get the ender. So, what was that? So I think it should remove. Hold on, I have to think for a minute. Having a second one is going to make this different. Just give me a second to think. You can go have some soup or something. All right. So if you are doing this, it shouldn't be removing that point, but I can't really stop it from doing that on both accounts. So I'm going to do my original plan here with the double down. So take this one and let's just copy this one, the next to last one, and throw that on the end. So that's going to be players add Sakura, but change the 1 to 2 and change the tag to in cherry 2. And now clone the last one and put that on the end also, and change that to remove in cherry 2. So what I've done is now made a way to get extra cherry points. And so if I'm on cherry wood and under the cherry power, I should be raking it in. And I should be able to reach cherry power really quickly. But if I were to not be standing on cherry power, I would be losing cherry power still, but not at the same rate that I'd be gaining it. So you can either have leaves above you or you can have cherry wood. And that's going to be the two ways of keeping yourself okay. Now, is there something else I should do? What about being in a cherry boat? No, people could cheese that way too easy. You would just start dumping cherry boats everywhere. That would be hideous. No way. Cherry fences. Cherry fences can't really count. Cherry saplings. Let me think about that for a second. No, cherry saplings won't have an effect. I do want to create some sort of like a way to eat cherry leaves or something. Oh, I can't register crouching or button pressing though. That's the challenge. I think I will make some sort of artificial crafting system, and that's how I'll do it. So, maybe a composter, throwing cherry leaves onto a composter instead of into one. No. Throwing cherry leaves on an enchanting table, I don't even have one of those. Okay, on top of a furnace. That's a cool way to do things. So let me just name things before I forget. This is the self-ticking quality. This is the title, game title. And this is the no SCF. Now this is the no CBO. All right. And that's the cherry min and max. This is my scoreboard. This is going to be cherry power. This is going to be cherry power 2. So with that, I've got everything to have cherry power, but it doesn't actually kill you to not have it yet. And I should probably give some sort of buff for having max cherry power, but maybe not. It maximizes too quickly. It's like this, it's basically a breathing stat. Yeah, it's more like breathing or something, so I can't really add a buff to it. You just need to keep it full or else you die. Alright, so I'm going to add that part now, I suppose. And we'll put it right here. This will be cherry damage. I mean, it's really damage from not having cherry, but whatever. I think once you run out, it should give you damage every 2 seconds. And there shouldn't be a way to avoid the damage. I think it should probably be, how could I make the damage unavoidable? I think having armor might prevent me from using damage at all. Scores equal Sakura equals 0 or less. The amount I'm gonna do as just 1 heart. The cause will be suicide. Okay. Yeah, the cause will be suicide. Entity at us. Control AC, and then let's throw it in there. All these active. And so now I can test it. If I run out of cherry power, this should probably kill me. So let me get ready to put game mode regular back on. No, I'm not actually being damaged yet. Oh, right, let me go into regular game mode. Okay, it's not working. Why? No targets match. Scores, Sakura equals less than 0. I mean, I guess that it has to be less than 1. That's probably what was wrong. No damage still. Unexpected. Okay, the at P was needed for some reason. Now, a big question I have is, can I just ignore this by getting armor? Okay, the armor does not ignore it. That's good. Oh, this is great. Oh man, this is really funny. You've got to get to Cherrywood. That's hilarious. Alright, so now I need to go back to my base. So 0, negative 62, 0. That'll put you in the floor. Maybe 0, negative 60. What's override? Let's try override. That might be a better death message. Also, I think 3 seconds would be better. That's just kind of unreasonable. Okay, so with the full system I've created, I'm basically done. I've got some tweaking to do. This is funny. Well, I'll fix the game messages later. Ouch. Alright, so see, it starts right away. You're just like in trouble. But if I go under a cherry tree, I'm fine. That's so cool. Okay. And then it wears away. But also, if I stand on a cherry tree, I'm fine. Oh, you know what I forgot? Is these guys. What are these guys? I should be using them in the game. Pink petals. Okay, back to base. Game mode. Teleport. Okay, so now I can show you how to amend one of these because we are not rewriting all these. Alright, where am I? I'm here. So we need to add one more thing to this list. Right here. Yeah. So we need to move these 3 over. Easy. Face it. And so where I am is 1, -53, -7. So move. Is that? No, that's not a thing in this game. Oh, whatever. We'll just, there's only 3. So what I'll do is I'll clone this one, paste it, break, clone, paste, break, clone, paste, break, and then clone this one and paste it. And this is where I can add pink petals. There. So now you can just use these petals to get around. That actually adds a really cool theme where there'll be roads of these. Okay. That is everything, I think. But cherry wood is life. I kind of want to make it where you got to get to negative to get hurt. It's happening too quickly when you start the game. You're just like hanging out and then ow, ow, ow. So instead, we're going to make the cherry minimum negative 30. And so that way, technically, you can be away from cherry for a minute. And so anyone who is at less than negative 30 will be set back to negative 30. Now the cherry damage will only occur when people are at negative 29 or less. That should give me more of a system. Now let me try to make a cool end title again. So override didn't say anything. How about magic? Okay. Maybe I just typed things wrong. There. That should do it. Title needs to have pink instead. Maybe I'll just have that show up every once in a while. It's kind of annoying looking. Delay and ticks 10,000. Huh? Maybe 100,000. No? Okay. 90,000. There, you'll just see that every once in a while. But you'll always see cherry power, so you'll know what the game is, I think. Well, oh my gosh, that does it as a wrap. I thought that would take longer. So, applause to me. And let's see. What else? Check this out. Whoa, man, my old emotes are cooler than my new emotes. Alright, thanks for watching. The next episode is going to be me actually streaming this for the first time. So, I'm going to name it Minecraft but Cherrywood or Die. That makes more sense to call it that. Whoops. I did it again. That's a better title. Cherrywood or Die. Okay, Minecraft, but Cherrywood or Die. That's what it's going to be called. And I will see you in that episode. Please like and subscribe so I can have money to eat and not have to eat leaves and stuff.